ABC7 I-Team investigation is getting results for residents of the state's assisted living facilities. Tomorrow, a Senate committee takes up a bill to ensure those residents are allowed to have visitors freely. ABC7 News I-Team reporter Dan Noyes is back with a follow-up. Dan?
Well, Cheryl and Carolyn, it seems like something that should be a basic right, being allowed to see family and friends whenever you want. But one South Bay public guardian severely restricted access to some of their clients, even called the police after I tried to visit. But now, that's changing. Sitting, talking, and eating cherries is not something Linda Kincaid thought she would ever be able to do with Gisela Reardon.
When I came in to visit Giselle, and I was told that I had to get off the property.
Kincaid is an advocate against elderly abuse and says Reardon was isolated by the Santa Clara County Guardian's Office for 2 years.
When Giselle wasn't allowed visitors, she believed that she was in prison and she didn't understand why.
In 2010, Santa Clara County conserved Reardon, took over her personal and medical decisions. A court determined her family could not care for her and ordered the public guardian to step in. The county sold her house to pay for her care and moved Gisela into an assisted living facility. Her son recorded Gisela last year talking about being conserved.
They have done it to me, taken everything. Why? I'm not a criminal.
Kincaid was able to see Reardon a few times last spring before getting kicked out of the facility. She says 18 members of her advocacy group also tried to call and set up visits. All were denied. So in October, I decided to visit Reardon. Walked into San Jose's Villa Fontana and asked to see her. The staff said the public guardian would not let me visit, and after checking with the county, they called the police. The officers seemed confused why they were there and left without taking any action. We spoke with Lee Poland, director of the Santa Clara County Department of Aging and Adult Services, in October.
We absolutely want people to see other individuals, to have socialization, to be around family and friends, but it needs to be done in a way that isn't going to be alarming to them and that we know about.
But advocates say the county doesn't need to know. They point to the Notice of Conservatees' Rights, a document in every conserved person's court file. Unless a court limits or takes away a right, like visits from family or friends, then the conservatee retains the right to have these visitors. And California Code Title 22 states a resident has a right to have his or her visitors, including ombudspersons and advocacy representatives, permitted to visit privately during reasonable hours and without prior notice.
Isolation is not something we in California want to have for our elderly.
Assemblyman Bob Wieckowski of Fremont is sponsoring a bill clarifying conservatees' rights. It prohibits conservators from controlling their clients' right to receive visitors, telephone calls, and mail.
In the twilight of someone's life, we want to make it as comfortable for everybody to have the visits from the loved ones and visit from their friends.
The Association for the State's Public Guardians and Conservators opposes the bill, and their spokeswoman declined an on-camera interview because we wouldn't provide a list of questions in advance and agree to ask only those questions. No follow-ups allowed. But that's against ABC7 News policy. The association did provide a statement saying its members take very seriously the difficult negotiation of balancing an individual's right to visit with whom they wish and the conservator's responsibility to protect an older or dependent adult conservatee from abuse.
Since you did that story, Giselle is now allowed the rights that she should have had all along.
After our investigation, Santa Clara County reconsidered its position. Kincaid and other advocates stopped by about once a week to see her, including taking these pictures at an ice cream social. They say Reardon has perked up. Kincaid hopes Wieckowski's bill will have the same results for conservatees across California.
Now Giselle can actually have normal relationships with people in the outside world, and she's becoming much more interactive, much more social.
The bill has already passed the Assembly. It will be heard tomorrow in the Senate Judiciary Committee. We will be at the hearing tomorrow and keep you updated on the bill's progress. This story started with a tip to our I-Team hotline, and you can call us at 1-888-40-I-Team or email me through our website, abc7news.com. Just click on I-Team.
I know it took a long time to make this happen, but she looks a lot happier.
She is a lot happier just having her friends and family there and being more social. You know, it helps.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great work. Thank you, Dan.